I have been a long time fan of the Angry Grandpa show. Rest in peace to Angry Grandpa. And some of my favorite videos that I really enjoyed watching from their channel was their cooking videos. So for today, I am going to be making the trailer park pizza. All you need is some biscuits. You use biscuits instead of pizza dough, and then you're gonna have the pizza sauce, some mozzarella cheese, and then I have pepperonis, and I know for Grandpa he puts bacon on everything. I didn't want to get bacon because it's kind of expensive, so I'm just gonna do pepperoni. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this can of biscuits. Woo! I opened up the biscuits, but before I put the biscuits in the dish, I'm gonna preheat my oven, and I'm also gonna grease the pan a bit. So I'm just gonna follow the instructions for the biscuits. So I need to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. All right, I just preheated the oven, and then I'm going to grease my baking dish. I'm gonna use this avocado oil spray. I sprayed the dish, and now I'm gonna take these biscuits. I'm gonna take these biscuits and just put them in. I have the biscuits laid out in the dish. Now what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna take this sauce and I'm gonna spread it over the biscuits. And me personally, I like it pretty saucy, so I'm just gonna use this whole jar. All right, next what you wanna do, you're gonna take the spoon and you're gonna just spread this around. I like it when it's like really saucy, so this looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna take this cheese. This is shredded mozzarella. We're just gonna spread this on top like that. This is coming together pretty well. I got the cheese on there. And then the last thing I'm gonna put on is this pepperoni. Gonna put it on top like this. And what's cool with making these pizzas yourself is you can put as many toppings as you want. All right, this looks a lot better, and the oven just went off. So while that is cooking in the oven, I just want to point out that all of the ingredients I used, I got it from Lidl. If you don't know what Lidl is, it's a grocery store that's a bit cheaper compared to some of the other grocery stores like Whole Foods or Giant or Safeway. And so all the ingredients I got, they were fairly cheap. So this is something you can make just for a couple bucks, under $10, and the time it took to put together, it took less than 10 minutes. So it's a pretty cheap and quick meal to do, and I don't know how exactly it's gonna taste, but we'll find out shortly. Okay, so here's how it's looking now. The cheese is a lot more melted, and this looks a lot better compared to the first time. The first time I took it out, the instructions said 16 minutes, which is what I did, but it was still raw in the middle. So I put it in the oven for nearly 30 more minutes. So now it's a lot better. All right, so here is how it looks. Like that. So, all right, now I'm gonna take my first official bite. Not bad. Now, would I consider this to be better than a frozen pizza? Probably not, but maybe I screwed up the cooking. But I will definitely try this again and try to play around with it a bit, because this has potential to be really, really good. I will say the pepperoni is nice and crispy, so I do like that. And then the edges of the biscuit is very crispy too. Overall, while it did take me a little bit longer than expected to make it, I think it's still pretty good. And it's a pretty cost-effective meal that you can put together really quickly. So that's my recreation of the trailer park pizza. Again, rest in peace to Angry Grandpa. And he has a lot more cooking videos on their channel, so I might do some more down the line. But yeah, I'm gonna turn this camera off now because I want to just eat this stuff in peace and probably watch a YouTube video or something while